Welcome to Inland Edition, where this season we're having conversations with people who represent nonprofit organizations working to make the Inland Empire a better place. My name's Joe Richardson. I'm an Inland Empire resident, local attorney, and your host. And today, we're going to chat with Vanessa Perez, a co-founder and executive director of Black and Brown Opportunities for Profit. Black and Brown Opportunities for Profit Center is a state-of-the-art economic hub designed to empower women of color, entrepreneurs, and eliminate systematic barriers. The center educates and trains disadvantaged women in the Inland Empire so that they can gain the opportunities and accessibility required to enter previously exclusive sectors in employment and to build generational wealth. Vanessa Perez interned in 2012, and her commitment and leadership qualities propelled her into the role of executive director. She steers the organization's strategic vision and policies, providing guidance and management across planning, programming, fund development, marketing, and administration functions. As an agent for positive change, she advocates for equity and inclusivity and leverages her expertise and passion to empower women to amplify their voices in the pursuit of a better future. Let's meet her now and learn more about the BBOP and its effect on our community. So from the Black and Brown Opportunities for Profit Center, we have Vanessa Perez. Vanessa, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing great. How are you?
Good, good. Thank you so much for being here. So first of all, you are the CEO of Bebop.
Yes.
Okay, that's how we can call it Bebop, right?
Yes, we're at the Bebop Center.
Okay, so give me some background on you and how you came across the organization.
Well, to kind of give you a little bit of that context, the Bebop Center is actually a project of Time for Change Foundation, which is a nonprofit that's based here in the city of San Bernardino. We've been in operation for 22 years. So I have been a part of Time for Change Foundation going on 12 years now. Wow. I found the organization through a friend from church. She handed me a flyer for an internship. I had just graduated Cal State San Bernardino with a communications degree, couldn't find a job. So I thought, let me go and get some office experience. Let me see what this Time for Change Foundation is all about. And I just love its mission. I love the fact that we empower women, that we help women get on their feet, get their kids back, become self-sufficient. And so that eventually led into where I'm at today with being with the Bebop Center.
Right, and so Time for Change's mission is related to women. Talk about that.
Yes. The mission of Time for Change Foundation is to empower disenfranchised, low-income individuals and families by building leadership through evidence-based programs and housing to create self-sufficiency and thriving communities. The Bebop Center falls right within the mission of Time for Change because our goal at the Bebop is to lift up Black and Brown women entrepreneurs and help them advance their socioeconomic status, break generational cycles of poverty, and build generational wealth.
The women that you serve at Bebop,
yes,
you told me offline, they're not clients, you're called entrepreneurs.
Right, they are our entrepreneurs. Sometimes we refer to them as our students because the Bebop Center in itself is an economic hub. It's 10,000 square feet, which consists of 14 office spaces, 3 conference rooms, a huge cafeteria, a child care center, pitch room, fund development room, orientation space. And so the Bebop Center in itself is the economic hub. But within the Bebop Center, we have what we call our Bebop Business Academy. This is the program component, which consists of our 3-phase curriculum, build, grow, and scale. And so the women that come in, they are entrepreneurs, they are founders, and sometimes we refer to them as students because they are all going through our Bebop Business Academy.
So about the Bebop Business Academy, tell me how long it goes.
Right. So each phase of the Bebop Academy, it consists of a 12-week curriculum. Our curriculum is designed to assist women with where they're at in their entrepreneurial journey. And so as soon as women become enrolled into the academy, they have complete access to their curriculum. And so we highly encourage them to go at their own pace. It's not like a traditional educational institution, but it's designed specifically to help them meet them where they're at. So they can log in, they can access, they can go through the curriculum as quickly as they like or as slow as they like. And we have many women who like to really sit down and focus and go through the videos, do the work, and then go through it again. And then we have some that are just ready and eager to go, and they finish it within a week. And that's at their discretion. And our goal is to really just support them where they're at and help them move forward in getting their business to that place that they want to get it to.
So I think you said something a second ago where you said you really meet them where they are. So literally there can be someone that is at the relative infancy of their business,
Right.
or somebody that could be further along. It's
Right.
the whole range.
Absolutely. And so we assess them upon entry, and when they apply to the Bebop Center, we have a team of people that work specifically with our entrepreneurs and assess where they're at in their business phase. And this is why we have a 3-phase curriculum, because each of them address those different phases of where they're at in their businesses. A majority of students that come in are at that build phase where they're just getting their business licenses and establishing business credit and all of those things. And so we work with them depending on where they're at in their business phase, and then we plug them into the correct curriculum.
Now, do you see all kinds of businesses?
We do. We see all kinds of businesses coming through the Bebop Center. I have caterers, I have cosmetics, I have cleaning services, I have taxes, I have real estate agents coming in. We have such a wide variety. We've had women coming in with different ideas. They're consultants. Some are in tech and in coding and all of those different things. So our idea is to help women entrepreneurs, period. We don't have a specific business sector or industry that we only assist with. If you're a woman of color and you need help with your business, we're ready to help you.
So when you're helping folks, tell us about the assistance opportunities there are. I imagine some people may be going through the curriculum and maybe hand-holding's not the word, but they want to talk to someone while they're doing it, or
Right.
follow up. Hey, I just looked at this section.
Right.
I have some questions and that type of thing. Tell me about the staffing that's available related to that.
Absolutely. So we have a team of experts, people who have experience in business, who support the women entrepreneurs that come into the Bebop Center. So we have had one-on-one coaching with the women. The women have questions. We do weekly Q&A sessions. So every week as they're going through the curriculum, they can come in and they can ask their questions with business experts. We have mentors that we pair them up with. We do supplemental workshops outside of the curriculum that we offer. And we have people that are experts in taxes, in insurance, in finance, coming in and specifically talking to the women. And if they have further questions, they can come in and they can have those conversations with those industry experts. We also have attorneys that we work with that provide legal services and legal advice to the women that are at different phases in their business and have questions about the legalities of establishing their business, whether it be patents or any other type of business establishment. We make sure that we provide those types of services to our women.
Tell us about your larger fundraising, how you guys get your money.
Well, as a nonprofit organization, you got to do everything it takes to fundraise. So, our founder, Miss Kim Carter Tillman, she is, a phenomenal, inspirational, I would call her a businesswoman. Sure, we're nonprofit, but we operate as a business. We're business mindset in the fact that we are not going to sit around and wait for things to happen. We make things happen. And one of the things that she says is that if you're hungry, you got to go hunt. You got to go. You got to eat. And so we make it a point to make sure that we have a wide range of income coming in, a wide range of fundraising and different sources of revenue. So, of course, we apply for grants. We apply for governmental grants, foundational grants. We have people that have been invested in the organization over the last 22 years, people who love the mission and support the work that we do. So they are individual contributors that donate on a monthly basis. Some people donate on a quarterly or annual basis. And we also have fundraisers every year. Time for Change Foundation hosts our annual awards gala. And so we host a huge event, which is a dinner awards ceremony where we honor outstanding individuals in the community, throughout the state, people that are doing phenomenal work. We highlight the accomplishments of the organization and the milestones of the women that we serve. So it's an amazing event. It's fun. It's a great way to support Time for Change Foundation and now the Bebop Center. And it helps us continue and bring in the revenue, that much needed general operating support that a lot of grants don't supply, and we do that through our annual fundraising.
Tell me about how many women you're helping at any given time.
At the Bebop Center, we have an unlimited ability to help women coming in. We had our grand opening in March of 2023, and since then we've helped over 50 women that have come through the Bebop Business Academy, and we're still going, we're still recruiting. Our enrollment happens on a monthly basis, so we have a very aggressive marketing outreach strategy that we're implementing, and we are constantly having info sessions where women can come and they can learn about what the Bebop Center does and how the Academy can help them grow their businesses. Our hopes are to help hundreds of women on an annual basis, and at Time for Change Foundation, we have the capacity to help over 600 women annually. And so we're constantly growing those capacities with the services that we're providing, the growth that we're experiencing, and the Bebop Center is in its infancy, and it's just going to continue to grow.
So the definition of passion is a strong liking or devotion to an activity, cause, or concept. You are passionate.
Yes.
So tell me about just the idea that what you guys are doing is so important, right? I mean, and, you know, as a lawyer, I see this type of thing getting attacked in some jurisdictions where it could actually be seen by the Supreme Court as if somehow this is taking opportunities from somewhere else or someone else. Just give me your mental about just your passion and how it really, you know, really gets you up in the morning to really just be able to do this work.
I have a passion for women. I have a passion for women's empowerment. And it's not to say that anything else is wrong with any other person, but when I see women coming to my office space on a daily basis and hearing their stories and hearing the struggles that they have, whether it be with Time for Change Foundation or with the businesses, because I have women coming into the Bebop saying, you know, I went to go sit down at a banker, I tried to get a loan, they didn't accept it for whatever reason, and this was a Spanish-speaking woman. And so these women are facing discrimination on a daily basis. So, you know, what you mentioned about being a lawyer and Supreme Court cases and all that stuff, yeah, I'm sure that happens, but these women face so much discrimination on a regular basis and just trying to be successful, and just, to me, they're just trying to live. They're trying to take care of their families, they're trying to be successful and not have their children go through the same struggles that they did. So to me, I'm passionate about that. I'm passionate about helping the underserved and helping those that maybe don't have a voice, or they have a voice, but they just need some backup. And now, you know, maybe they were facing a problem by themselves, but now they have a bunch of other women behind them. And so to me, I just love the fact that I'm helping women change their lives. Time for Change Foundation, you're coming out of homelessness and now you're empowered and you're a mom and you're taking care of your kids and you're working and you're doing all of those things. With the Bebop Center, you know, I have the business and this is where it's at, and I'm learning and I'm growing, and now I'm successful and I'm operating this thing. To me, all of that is a win, and I love it. And when I get to see these women and not just see them, but help move their lives forward, I just love it. I don't know how else to describe it. I just love it.
It shows. No, that's fantastic. Now let's hear from a couple of successful entrepreneurs that have benefited from this program.
My name is Lakeisha Charles, and I have a cleaning company that I have been operating for the last 3 years. I came into Bebop because in my business, I have been having quite a few ebbs and flows, right? So in the ebbs and flows, I was wondering how to stabilize. And I came to the Bebop because they had a program that I felt would impact my business to help me to stabilize and then to grow. So we have a model of build, grow, scale. right? So it's 3 different programs in the Bebop. You even think about what your business looks like holistically, and then you learn to brand yourself, and you learn some marketing tips, and even down to what your website looks like, and business plans, and 30-second elevator pitches. And so all those things are all the things in build. And then you go into, right now I'm in the grow scale. So check and see if what you did work, and then if not, then you need to reevaluate and then go forward. My favorite thing about the Bebop is the sisterhood, people that understand what we're going through. So Black and brown women that understand what type of barriers sometimes that we have in business that other people might not understand.
My name is Alejandra Diaz, and I'm a designer, tailor. And what I'm doing here is resurfacing my company. My business is clothing for a special occasion. A special occasion like bridal gowns, quinceañeras, red carpet, graduation, and everything is special occasion. Also, I offer the service of custom made and tailoring. And approximately last year, March, I learned about this center. Just to see the building and the project, and knowing that it was for women, brown and Black opportunities, the name says it, I got excited and I got motivated to restart my company all over again since COVID took it to the ground. When they closed, the churches, the halls, the venues for events, no graduations at school, that took my whole business apart. So when I came here, it's like hope. I can do it again. And I start from zero. If the Bebop Center wouldn't be here, I wouldn't be where I'm at. My company would not be where it's at.
Tell me about some of the biggest challenges you face. Like how much time you got? It's only a 30-minute show. No, kidding. But
I mean, there's a lot of challenges. I mean, some people ask, well, what about men? And what about, XYZ? And the truth is that we support everybody. We're here for everybody, and that's a challenge, is trying to maintain a positive image in the community and just showing that we're investing in a population that has this need. Funding and finances. I mean, I can talk all day about challenges there, because you come out of a pandemic and you come out of into a place where sometimes philanthropy isn't at its highest, but you still have to keep the doors open. You still have mouths to feed, like we would say at home. And so having financial challenges and making sure that we can continue to fundraise and spread awareness and share the impact of the work that we're doing so that people would want to contribute and want to invest.
Look to the corner and then around it and give me your wish list in terms of, if I had my druthers, here's where we really want to specifically grow. Here's something that we absolutely want to grow into. Here's something we want to do more of, or what would be your wish list in terms of foreseeing the growth of Bebop, in addition to, of course, being your own spinoff entity and, et cetera. Give me your wish list on what you'd love, boxes you would love to check for the organization to check.
I was just going to, when you first said wishes, I was going to say $25 million.
Right, okay,
I mean,
there you go.
cover it.
Yeah, speaking of existence sometimes, absolutely.
Right, but I mean, I mentioned that the Bebop is in its infancy stage, and so we're still growing, we're still advancing, we're still developing. I would like to continue to have an accelerator fund that invests in these businesses. So I mentioned that we do have a small fund that we have that's investing as they pitch their businesses, right? Those are small amounts of money, but there are venture firms out there that can invest up to $250,000. I would love to invest $250,000 into a business that I believed in and that I knew was going to be successful. So growing to the place where we would have our own venture firm that large, growing in advancing in the latest technologies. AI is a thing. It's here. It's not going anywhere. So how can we invest in artificial intelligence and technology? We are a high-tech facility, and we want to advance in the technological capacity that we have and have to offer to the entrepreneurs. We have on our property, there's 2 buildings, and the Bebop Center is in one of them, and the other one needs to be refurbished and reconstructed. And so I'd like to invest in that to provide more opportunities to the women entrepreneurs. And we're going into a strategic planning session next week, and so we're going to begin having conversations about what are we going to do with that space and how are we going to invest in it to make sure that it is something that is supportive of the Entrepreneurship Center. And so, those are a few things on our wish list, and just growing the academy and being able to advance and serve more women. We do have our program and our academy, our curriculum, which is online, and for the women that come in person, it's a hybrid model, but we do want to expand the curriculum all over the world, really. And so getting in a position where people from all over the nation, all over the world can come in and sign in and join up online and then still be a part of that and get the same effect and the same support as you would if you were in person, and just really growing that aspect of it as well.
It must be a full circle moment, maybe every day for you, because you're from this area, you went to school in this area, and now you've been with this organization for more than 10 years. And my sense is that things like this are going to have to happen.
Right.
And, without even necessarily getting religious, I always say that it's okay if you need a miracle as long as you're believing in something.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so it seems to me that this is very much part of what needs to be the San Bernardino miracle to bring San Bernardino to the place that everyone that is invested in it wants it to be. San Bernardino has a whole lot of, an Inland Empire itself has a whole lot of people of color, women of color, primarily people of color. And so there won't be a resurgence, a revitalization, a renaissance without them.
Right.
I imagine you must have some sense of how important what you do is and how central and to the heart of the larger quest for this area to come back. You must understand that this really connects the dots with that.
Absolutely. People are hearing about the Bebop Center now, but it's going to blow up.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a major contributing factor to the growth of the economy of San Bernardino, to the population, the Inland Empire as a whole. This is just the beginning. And I do believe, you mentioned not bringing religion into it, but I truly believe that God has a bigger plan for what we're doing at the Bebop Center. And if we don't have all of the support that we need right now, and if we don't have it from local community stakeholders, it's coming from the outside, because it's something that's going to happen no matter what. So if the people around here aren't investing in it, then I believe that the investment is coming from the outside, and it's coming in, and it's going to grow to a place where it's known internationally, and women are going to be really impacted and supported by what we're doing.
So for all of the businesses and the kinds of businesses that you serve, tomorrow you mentioned coding, for instance, you mentioned AI is here to stay. And so those would be related businesses and industries and, things like consulting and that kind of stuff. So is there more to be done, you think, in terms of you drawing those types of entrepreneurs in addition to, and not in lieu of, the ones that you already have in more traditional service industries and those types of things?
Absolutely. And so that's a part of our campaign, is to really make sure that we're reaching out and using that type of messaging to reach more businesses that are focused in the tech sector, in AI, in coding and things of that sort, because we want to make sure that in a high-tech space that we are developing high-tech apps and businesses and programs that are going to be assisting us in this future.
In terms of facilitating your growth, I confess, I come in here and I do these interviews, and there are these places that are right under my nose, and I've never heard of them, and I feel like I'm involved and looking and trying to find out what's what. I don't know nothing about Bebop, okay? My bad. So tell us how you guys are really getting the word out on what to some is going to be, maybe I'm just clueless, but to some for sure, is very much a well-kept secret.
Right. We are on the helm of implementing a major marketing campaign right now. So we are collaborating with two marketing and communications and PR firms that are really getting to the nitty-gritty of what the Bebop Center is and how to really get it out there to the community. We have a high emphasis on the Inland Empire because the building is located here in the city of San Bernardino, but this is going to spread throughout, and we want to make sure that we are bringing awareness to the brand, to the Bebop Center, in separation of the Time for Change Foundation, because a lot of people are very well aware of who Time for Change Foundation is, but the Bebop Center is still new and it's still getting the word out. So we are very, very excited about that, because by implementing this and getting more coverage in the news and in the press and on the radio and social media and just word of mouth and just being on the ground in the community at various events, we are excited that a lot more women are going to be hearing about the work that we're doing, and we're going to get not just women coming in to receive the services, but even the support and the investment that we need to help these women.
How do people find out more information about the organization?
So people can hear more about the Bebop Center by visiting our website, www.bbopcenter.com, or they can give us a call. Our offices are open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., so they can call us and we'll be happy to give them more information.
So, thank you for coming here on behalf of Bebop. Vanessa Perez, we really appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you for having me. This was fun.
Yeah, absolutely. And you knocked it out of the park. Thank you for joining us on Inland Edition. Know that you can look at our episodes, seasons 1 and 2 now, on YouTube. In the meantime, we look forward to continuing to see you as we highlight the life-changing work being done here in the Inland Empire, one conversation at a time. Until then, check you later.